What's going on, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading. I'm going to dive right into a collective message between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. What is the current energy between the divine masculine and divine feminine? Universe, just one card to work with. Thank you. Okay, so we have signs and clues. And I've been picking up on this a lot where telepathy is coming back. Many of you are starting to receive song synchronicities. But I feel like the universe may be talking to you about this connection. In the last reading, check it out if you guys haven't, I did mention a reset on this connection. And this is telling me that two people are equally longing for one another. So don't be surprised if you're seeing your masculine's name everywhere. Masculines, don't be surprised if you're seeing clues or signs about your divine feminine, okay? That need to be together, especially physically. It's really coming up in the collective because there's been so much clearing. I feel like detaching and not holding on, just letting karmic cycles play out, and they have been. There have been a lot of realizations and towers falling, but it's not as messy as it was, 1, 2, 3 years ago. I feel for the divine feminine collective, because I do feel that the shift with a lot of the masculines kind of going through cycles has really started as of maybe last year, the year before that. So going maybe on like year 3 or 4 for the divine masculines, there's a lot of clarity now. So if many of you have been in like a prolonged separation, you can expect that communication is going to come through, and there's like a maturing of the two. So even deeper lessons learned this time around, but like also deeper moments of love exchanged. Okay, the signs and clues I feel are leading up to communication. Many of you know that communication is coming. Okay, especially after you've been separated from your person for a long time. There's been a lot of introspection, a lot of maturing, a lot of spiritual growth, a lot of healing. So do expect that when you guys do come back together, that, it's like get ready, get ready for what's to come. Okay, maybe we can get some insight on that, okay? So what are you two learning as you come back together? What are you getting ready to learn or experience with one another? Okay, so we have life partner. And I think there's this realization that you two may be experiencing, that you'll always be on this journey with one another in some way, shape, or form, okay? And I know that for many of you, you can relate to the fact that it's like you really don't have a desire to like be in anything long term with anybody because of this desire that you have for your counterpart. Okay, many of you, this might be a reading for those of you who feel that energetically, spiritually, that the way that life has been orchestrated, you've just been moved to a place of either being on your own and going through your spiritual journey because you've already met the romantic partner you seek. I feel like many of you, once you have that twin flame experience, it's like you experience romance on a level that it's unmatched. It's unlike anything here on earth. And I feel like that's why the desire for many of you who will resonate with this message goes away for just superficial relationships. That's why a lot of you can't date. After meeting your twin flame or experiencing your twin flame, you'll often either just stay with soulmate partners who feel very familiar to you. But after experiencing your twin flame, there really is no desire to be in a relationship, and it's because you've experienced the ultimate form of that, that love that everybody, I guess, tends to chase in this lifetime or want to feel. I feel like twin flames already experience it. So that realization is also happening with the collective here. Okay, what else? And with this realization, there's more freedom. Like I feel like many of you can detach, like there's more room to breathe. A lot of you are learning to embrace the solitude, embrace just this new way of feeling more relaxed on the twin flame journey, less pressure, detachment, I feel is what's happening. Okay, we have acts of service, love language. Okay, so actions speak louder than words. I feel like what's coming up is spending time together in the physical. I feel like that is what you two crave more than anything else, is being with one another in the physical. So that could be something here that's coming up for you to experience. And this could be something that's equally felt here with the psychic connection. I feel like telepathy is coming back, and many of you can feel one another's thoughts again, okay? And for a lot of the masculines, there's a lot of sensual thoughts there towards you, Divine Feminine. That's why many of you could be seeing 717 or seeing your masculine's name everywhere, or like you're just feeling more aroused than usual, okay? A lot of you oftentimes know this is your masculine's energy coming through. They're showing you or telling you or giving you hints and clues as to what it is they desire, okay? So pay attention to your thoughts at this time on the journey, because many of your masculines may be craving you, okay? That is something that you can look forward to, because I feel like if they're craving you, if they want to be with you physically, they're gonna make that happen. Okay, we also have gift giving, okay? So they may have something to give you in the form of a gift, okay? It doesn't have to be material. It could just be showing up, okay? For some of you, a knock at the door, a phone call. But I am getting very, very strongly seeing each other in the physical, okay? It means everything to your Divine Masculine, and I feel like they know that it means everything to you as well. I'm getting a lot of like hugging, okay? Your Divine Masculine may love to kiss you on your forehead. They may love to like like move your hair back away from your face, and they may breathe very, very heavily when they're around you. I feel like they're just missing your touch. You know, it's like this sense of relief that needs to take place. A lot of your masculines could be anxious right now, okay, tossing and turning in bed, just really craving you, okay? If a lot of you are drawn towards them right now as well, you know, just pay attention to that. Pay attention to being drawn to them, feeling sensually aroused by them, okay? It's their energy. We also have love language again, affirmations, okay? Many of them may want to tell you a lot of what they've experienced or gone through. Like in the separation, I feel like a lot of them are going to reveal some truth to you about how they've thought about you, okay? Don't be surprised if many of you might exchange that whole I love you as well this year. And if it's not this year, then it's definitely going to be next year, because I feel like these bonds are deepening and these bonds are growing. It's like despite a long separation or separation after separation, I feel like the next wave of energy here that's coming through, like we have reconciliation. What else is here? Trust. I feel like the next wave of energy that's coming through for twin flames is, yes, reconciliation. But it's like appreciating the connection more, or appreciating each other more. That's why I see many of you spending more time together physically, okay? Don't be surprised if like you're going to be challenged to have to feel uncomfortable by like going out in public with one another or meeting in a public space. That might be something that you and your counterpart have not done, and I feel like it's coming up. It's coming up for a lot of you, and you're being called to trust this, because with reconciliation here, I feel like it has a lot to do with, again, just being with one another in the physical. Okay, and also kind of breaking through or experiencing things you've not yet experienced with one another. Okay, along with trust, why is trust coming up? Why do you two need to trust? Okay, so stay optimistic about your love life. Okay, so many of you could be having doubts as well, even though the signs and clues are coming through. I think it's natural to really want to close this out or block communication, but you're being called to stay optimistic about your love life in the sense where you don't have any expectations. Like, you know, many of you might say like you don't ever want to see this person again, you don't ever want to, but like I feel like just harbor forgiveness and let things go and let the universe do what it will. Okay, because again, I feel like when you're on this twin flame journey, there really is no control over being done with it or not. Things tend to happen very serendipitously, and I feel like those types of experiences are coming up for many of you. A lot of you are getting your telepathy back with your counterpart. Okay, many of your masculines are sending through a lot of song synchronicities. There's a lot of songs around forgiveness, being in regret. And just it's like the second chance, or like I've been saying in the previous reading, it's like a reset to this connection. And if they manifest it long and hard enough and they're genuine about it, I feel like it's going to come true. And that's what a lot of your masculines have been doing, is like manifesting this connection really heavily. Okay, we have children. A lot of your masculines could feel like they may be running out of time to make this happen. They could feel They could feel also too, like I'm getting for some of you, if you already have children, a lot of your masculines could be waiting, patiently waiting for your children to go through some kind of like period in their life where they may need you. I don't know who that is meant for, but I feel like many of you may be triggered over your masculine's distance, and you may feel like your masculines don't understand your journey when it comes to having children, but they do. And I feel like that's specifically why it is they keep their distance. It's because they know that your children need you more. And this is a masculine that's coming through here as very protective. It's like they know what you need. You may not know what you need, but they know what you need, and they know that staying away from you right now is the best thing. Okay? So for some of you, your masculine may feel like they're running out because they want this with you very badly. That's why being in the physical with you is really important. And then for some of you, they're going to wait, okay? They're going to wait for as long as it takes. Right now, there's some kind of cycle that needs to pass, okay? But I am getting the energy of patience there because you deserve love. And I feel like your masculines really want you to know that because you've shown them some kind of love or some kind of loyalty. And this loyalty is coming through spiritually. Like they can feel your energy and that it's never left. If anything, they can feel it growing stronger, okay? A lot of your masculines have been dreaming about you. They feel this pull, they feel this love, they can see your name. They will watch a movie randomly, all of a sudden the character or somebody in the movie has your name, okay? And it becomes tense in the room if they're with a karmic partner watching that movie because both of them instinctively know that that is a sign and clue of this twin flame journey, reminding the divine masculine of you, okay? These experiences are happening very heavily. Okay, a lot of your masculines are drawn to you. There is a protective energy around you, divine feminine. That's why reconciliation is happening. Nothing can stop this. Nothing can block this. Okay, and we have heart-to-heart conversations, and it says honestly discuss your feelings with one another. Okay, and maybe that's why trust is coming up as well, because I feel too that may have been lacking, but it's because you guys didn't have a chance to be with each other in the physical. But when you are, and that's why I keep getting this vision of a masculine, like when they're with you, they breathe very heavily. And when they talk to you, a lot of the times they struggle with having these heart-to-heart conversations and really expressing how it is they feel towards you. And that's played a major role in a lot of the distance between you two. Like I feel like they've never let you fully know how it is they feel. You know, otherwise it makes them vulnerable. You know, it's like there you have that information with you and you could do whatever it is you want with it. You know, maybe they're calling to have more trust in you as well. That's why I'm saying a lot of this loyalty between two people is felt spiritually. Like a lot of your masculines are watching the way you move, divine feminine. Okay? They're watching the way you move in the separation. And I feel like that Empress energy, it never leaves you. You don't allow that. You don't allow yourself to carry your spirit in a careless way. And I feel like a lot of your masculines have really paid attention to this. They watch you very, very heavily and very, very closely. And I feel like this is part of what it is they want to reveal to you. Okay, but opening up your heart and trusting this again, I feel could be, something that the Divine Feminine Collective may be struggling with. But that's why signs and clues have started off this reading, okay? And that's why telepathy is coming back. Many of you may notice it, but you could be blocking it out. But I feel that you're noticing, like, definitely that it is coming back more. You know, you're getting random weird songs popping into your head you haven't heard in years, or you don't know at all. You might have heard it once or twice, but for it to pop in your head the way that it does, a lot of you are seeing these as means of communication. It's because they're thinking about you. And they're also, like, a lot of the times, like on the twin flame journey, when you start thinking about your divine masculine or your divine feminine, like however the dynamic is, when you catch yourself doing things like that, or you catch certain songs popping into your head, and then you're guided to go and like look into it or look deeper into it, it's because like they feel you too, or they want you too, and that vibration is there because they're directing that energy towards you. So don't be surprised if a lot of your masculines are at work or during the day, like they're on their drive home, whatever the case is, whenever they're alone. You can hear their telepathy because they're rehearsing what it is they want to say to you. That's the best way I could put it. And how you guys will know is it'll manifest in real time. Like when you guys have this reconciliation energy and you actually meet in the physical, talk over the phone, talk over text message, whatever the case is, you'll actually end up talking about things that you've rehearsed before. You've rehearsed saying it to each other, and you'll know that it's true because their reply will be the exact same reply that you've experienced in telepathy or in these heart-to-heart conversations that you two end up having spiritually, okay? But shit like this is happening again, is basically the best way I can put it, okay? And, you know, the more you focus on yourself and the more you focus on, you know, taking rest and disconnecting and detaching and trust is basically all I can say. Move away from blame. Like, that's been a big thing too happening on the journey, where many of you have been practicing forgiveness for self, and it's like wherever it is you've ended up, you know, with this whole journey with your counterpart, many of you are starting to realize that it doesn't make sense to place blame, right? Like, a lot of the times you just have to be thankful for the lessons learned, and realize that it's like, hey, just, you know, another notch under my belt. I'm that much stronger. I'm that much more of a fighter. And many of you are starting to see that and feel proud of that, especially those in the divine feminine energy. I feel like you are really seeing what it is you're made of and what it is you are capable of manifesting and accomplishing. And it's a sexy energy, okay? A lot of your masculines are drawn to you right now, and I'm excited to see what it is they're going to do with the energy, only because a lot of the divine feminines are kind of sitting back and just really enjoying the fruits of your labor. I think that fall time is going to be a really exciting time for you. No distractions. You are really in your zone, you know, and continuing to put a lot of focus again into things like your home, yourself, your goals. That's kind of been like this place of comfort for many of you. And that's how you've been combating a lot of the obstacles that has been thrown your way. Okay, karmic energy, spiritual attacks, you know, many of the karmics too are seeing how divinely protected you are. Okay, and that has a lot to do with not only protection, but your spirit, your will. Many of you were born with a fire within you that just, it doesn't give up. You refuse to accept defeat. Okay, and that's why a lot of your masculines are drawn to you in this lifetime. It's because you were designed to bring balance into the world. And a lot of your masculines are capable of great things, but they need that anchor. Okay, and you are that anchor, divine feminine. Okay, so expect communication, expect a side to you, you know, this connection that many of you have not yet experienced. Okay, a lot more sensual, a lot more deeper of a bond, actually coming through and admitting that you love one another is going to be something that many of you will experience. All right, guys, so get ready for it.